Go.
Hey guys, it's Claudio with Team Meta Club here. Finally can do a deck profile for my ARG Dallas event that we just went to last weekend. I got 15th place with the same deck. Basically, all the top 27 was playing in a sense. We were playing Son Goku, SS3 leader. Everybody knows what the leader does, so there's no explanation here, but let's get into the deck profile. So, for my Self-Awakeners, I played 2 of the Digging Deep Vegeta, and I played 4 of the 1-drop Trunks. In reality, I saw this more helpful than the 1-drop Trunks. The 1-drop Trunks did nothing for me all event. It was just in here, just in case if I needed to summon it for 1, and then set it up for the chain attack, but this was the main card I used to awaken all weekend. So this card was phenomenal, but this is a good ratio to have to awaken. On top of that, here we go into the main assassin of the deck, the chain attack Zeno. This basically was the key to all weekend to win. There was one game I played in round 6 where I had to go and dig for this. If not, I would have lost. This dude was playing mono red Bobbity in his SS3 deck, and he had this whole board of Keflas and all these red drops, and luckily I had 2 like super combos, and it got me into this card, so I took the game on that. We played 2 Gohans. This card was pretty mediocre during the event. Never really saw myself using this card a lot, but when I did, you know, the +2 really did come in handy for the draws. This card was so clutch during this event. The Vegito, people would have to swing at this, and you just basically use your hand to save it, and it lets you draw 1, has barrier. This card was pretty great all weekend. Then the card that I hate the most of this weekend, and I love it. This card won me games, and I lost to this card bad. My round 1 matchup lost to a guy from Team Gamesters, I think they're called, and this card basically won him the game. And then round 7, I played against that dude's teammate from Team Gamester, and this same card won that dude the game. He basically hit me 1 turn, and then the next turn he hit me again, and I lost. So those were my 2 losses from the event, were to those 2 Team Gamesters guys. But hit is good in the mirror, for sure. Kepler, this card was basically here to take out this card. Every time I would see my opponent play this card, I would summon Kepler and use her to always swing at him and make them waste cards out of their hand, or she would finally get the kill off of this guy when she hit 35. So this card essentially was great against this card in the mirror match. Then for the black cards, I played 2 Scientist Foos, very generic, you know, everybody likes the +2 off of this guy, especially late game. The guy from Team Gamesters literally had 2 lives. He basically got one of these off of life from a Trunks and won because of it. That was the craziest thing I saw all weekend. Then for the super combos, we play 4 Piccolos, 4 Gokus, pretty standard. These I like to use these very defensively, so I don't take any hits. But you know, when you have to go in, you go in. And then we played 4 Gohans as our defensive cards. It's pretty great. One time I slapped 3 of these on one person. He was so confused, and this card basically took the game from me. I played 4 Topos. I was like debating to play 2 and 2 of the new 2 of the Videls, but shout out to Eric Hill, because the day before the event I asked for a suggestion, and he told me just play the 4 Topos because this card essentially is a 2-drop that can swing at everybody on board, and it's also a negate card also. So shout out to him for that suggestion. He basically helped me make the deck a little bit better, and because of that I got 15th place. And then 3 Whis Coercions, 4 Sensu Beans, rounds out the deck. I was going to see a lot of Storm decks. I only played one and it was my last round, but that dude was not playing Storm. He was just using that yellow engine to gain hand advantage and just awaken, but it wasn't like a complete Storm. For the side deck, 2 Kronas. This card came in clutch my round 6, I think. I played against Chun, and this guy had this incredible combo with Shigesh, and he would go Shigesh into Goku that brings out Oob, and Oob puts 2 cards on your board back to the bottom of the deck. And then Oob and Goku would give each other a double strike and a critical hit. So this card came in clutch for that. Also in that matchup, I did use 3 Haru Harus. Because the leader was yellow, this card came in clutch. And something that the Jackie Chun player was using was that the Piccolo, that's basically like that Masked Saiyan from the Ultimate box that would snipe an energy down. So I was left at 3. Luckily this card's a 3-drop, so it made me retap all my energies. So I summoned one, summoned another, and summoned Gohan, and won me the game like that. So this card came in clutch for that matchup. Masked Saiyan, the only time I went into this was against our homeboy Simon from Team Senpais. He was playing announcer, and he had a full board of 1-drops. And I sided this in, game 2, slammed it, cleared his board. This card was so good during that matchup. Took away all those 5k combos, so he started to take hits early on. This was probably like my secret tech for the weekend. Didn't really use it except for my last round against Apes, but I thought this card would be really good against those blocker decks, or if I ever had to play against Vegito, but I didn't really use it against Vegito. I used it more against the Ape decks. So I thought this card was amazing for that weekend. Cards I did not use this weekend: Mafuba, Champa, Videl. I had this in for Storm decks. The Champas I had just in case if I felt like the game matchup was going to be a little bit easy. I would put these in just to finish the game a little quicker because of time reasons. And Mafuba just for maybe like a Gohan deck or something, you know, just you never know what's out there. But yeah, overall I had a 6-2 record. It was a tough event. Only had 3 hours of sleep. Got there at 6 in the morning. Didn't leave the event until 8 at night or 9ish, and had no food, so it was a struggle. But I just want to give a shout out to the Hill Twins for helping me with this. Shout out to my boys here, Team Meta Club. Shout out to Team Senpais from Houston. They always challenge us. It was a good rivalry. And shout out to all the people from Dallas that were there, all my opponents. You guys were all amazing. And we're going to Nats. Thank you guys for watching.